All right, back at it for round two. The hand's probably a keep, but I'm not excited about it. You get to do like the old Stoneforge switcheroo of like Stoneforge for a Jitte or a Fire and Ice, and then put in the Batterskull instead. But I'm often finding that like starts like this just aren't good enough anymore. Plus 1 for 2. Chalice on 1. Deal. Deal, 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 deal. I will slam this wasteland so quickly. Especially now that that draw doesn't do anything. Now endless 1 for 2. And yep. My draws have not been kind after that Chalice of the Void. I need my opponent to not have Soul Land Thought-Knot Seer here. That's a little frustrating. Now I lose my Stoneforge, and the Thought-Knot Seer is very good against me. Not just like because of the trigger, but just because of its base stats. Holy shit, you just fucking took Swords to Plowshares when you have a Chalice on 1 in play? Holy shit. Okay. Chalice of the Void is a skill-testing magic card in ways that some of us don't always realize. I think I just want my Batterskull to be able to live through a Reality Smasher. I mean, it's sort of Fire and Ice rather than Jitte. I really hope they don't have like an incredibly powerful next play that results in me being dead anyway, despite that like egregious misplay. Opponent found a Reality Smasher. That will be very good. But I have a Batterskull. I would like my next draw to be land. Yeah. So that attack is maybe not good. Okay. For me. And like now I'll just trade and Flicker Wisp the Batterskull back. The other way to play this turn was to chump block with Stoneforge Mystic and then just like keep the Batterskull Germ alive. That's kind of like either way is like very clearly fine. Imagine how different this game would be if my opponent took either the Stoneforge or the Batter Skull out of Swords to Plowshares. A Walking Ballista? Walking Ballista is pretty darn good here. Trade boards? I think I just take 5 and then put the Batter Skull, or the sword on the Batter Skull. Forces them to do some really weird things in combat. Or I gain a bunch of life. I can also just like revoke Walking Ballista as well. Yeah, I'm good with this. Don't even think another Reality Smasher off the top is good enough at this point. Opponent gave me that one as a present. Okay, we'll gladly take Path to Exile and Council's Judgment in, and probably Walking Ballista as well. Sanctum Prelate is very bad. We'll pull that out. My opponent not have colored cards in their deck in all likelihood, or very few of them, such as Dismember. Some other runes is quite bad. Do I want to Gutshot Eldrazi Mimics? It's kind of hilarious to Gutshot Eldrazi Mimics. But 20 creatures is kind of my magic line that I try not to cross as often as possible. Okay, let's drop one land. It still puts us at 24. Play one Gutshot. Miser's Gutshot. Maybe I'll go to 19 and trim one Thalia. When I'm on the play, I think I want one more creature, but like on the draw, maybe playing these Gutshots so I don't get run over is good. I mostly just don't want to lose to my opponent in the early game, because my opponent didn't play well last game, and so if I drag the game on, it probably favors me a lot. I cannot predict what my opponent is going to do based on how they played that previous game. It's impossible. I don't think this Wasteland hand is good enough on the draw. I think I'm going to ship this. Gladly keep this. I think getting my Vial into play is more important than holding up Swords to Plowshares for Thought-Knots here, because like they can't always just absolutely have the nuts. Oh, it was Reality Smasher, it's even worse. I think I need to Swords to Plowshares rather than play Stoneforge. That's certainly not good. This is the hardest thing to get online and actually make work this game. I'm going to discard it. Need to hit a land on my turn, I think. I did. Thalia for first strike. Like, hope opponent doesn't have another thing. Or Stoneforge Mystic to threaten Batterskull. Let's go Stoneforge Mystic to threaten Batterskull. We're kind of riding the lightning here in terms of life total. It's very likely I'm going to 2 in the next turn cycle. I'm probably just dead if my opponent has another creature that's larger than Eldrazi Mimic. Not 100%, as like Stoneforge into Batterskull into Flicker Wisp does like a surprising amount of work. That I don't beat. I'm dead to that this turn. Multiple different ways. Okay, I mean, we can't beat Mimic into Smasher, into Thought-Knot, into Ballista, basically ever. I think I'm still gonna stick with this configuration. Nope. Keep. Get rid of second vial, because I'm porting on turn 2. My opponent, like, frustratingly plays Eye of Ugin. There's also an argument to just get rid of the Swords to Plowshares, even though it's a good card in the matchup. So dead to a Sorcerous Spyglass. Fine. I hope I get to sinkhole them this turn. So the dream. Oh yeah. Oh god, let me sinkhole you. Oh yes. Come to Papa. Sure. Possible it's correct to play the second Ether Vial here over porting, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that once I get one more land. It's real freaking tempting to get a Palace Jailer here. I think I'm going to do it. You're gonna play that into Palace Jailer? That seems very poor. I mean, I obviously accepted because it's great for me. Oh, good God. All I need is like one white source now, and I'm like so golden. This is also quite good. I was thinking about wasting one of these so I could play around Warping Whale token. I'm just gonna play around Warping Whale token by not attacking. I'm gonna continue to play around Warping Whale token by not attacking. Like so free to do so. Now that I have like file in a creature plus Swords to Plowshares, I think I'm good with attacking, even though my opponent has a Mishra's Factory. I'm gonna port that down. Okay, yeah, my opponent's just done. That loss is entirely on them. They played it very poorly in games 1 and 3, and then game 2 they had the nuts to make up for that. But they threw away a Walking Ballista into Palace Jailer for 1 damage. They left me with a Stoneforge and a Batterskull and took a Swords to Plowshares when they had a Chalice on 1. But we take those.